Good morning, Hillman Cancer Center. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to Cooking for Cancer and Chronic Disease. I'm Danielle Petrina, the project manager for the Wellness and Integrative Oncology program, and this is Angela Zaccanini. She is our registered dietitian who focuses on lifestyle nutrition. So you can see lots is happening today.
Everything's going on
Everything
right
is
now.
happening. We are doing a roasted salmon with smoky chickpeas and greens for you. So we haven't done salmon in a while.
Yeah, and we haven't done like a full meal like this either, so that's going to be exciting.
Definitely, we hope you like this. We're big fans of salmon, but we'll talk to you about some different alternatives if you're not.
Yep.
But also just some very simple sides with it, that can also be very nutrient dense. So,
Yes.
Ange, kick us off.
Okay, great. So yeah, as Danielle said, there's a lot going on right now. You're going to want to use your oven. You're going to need a blender. You're going to need your stove. So this is what happens when you make it an entire meal.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to need different avenues, not always the blender, but definitely the oven and the stove top usually. So first step is to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. To get those chickpeas to the right consistency, you're going to want to start baking them first. But to get them that crunchy, crispy texture, you're definitely going to want to dry them out pretty well. So I had them on this paper towel, just kind of absorbing all that moisture before we put it on our baking sheet. So what we want to do for our chickpeas to make them smoky, I'm going to have Danielle start with a tablespoon of oil.
Okay.
There you go.
And then what's up next?
A tablespoon of smoked paprika, which is probably my favorite spice.
Really?
Love it.
I don't think I knew that. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Whoa. That was too much. Too much.
Inhaled a little bit too much of that smoke.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it'll get right in your nose.
Yes, I did.
All right.
Might as well just chop an onion too while we're at it.
Oh,
No.
no onions in this recipe.
No. Ooh.
Noted.
There, I made it work.
Sous chef.
Okay.
All right, wait. That's going to be smoky.
That's extra smokes.
All right, quarter teaspoon of salt.
Okay. I mean, do we got to measure a quarter teaspoon of salt? All right.
You know us.
I know. I mean, like baking, sure, I'm in. I'm here for you all day. All right. What's up next?
I'm going to add the chickpeas right in there.
Okay.
Whoa.
You smell it.
Smells good.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like that chipotle sauce we love.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so not on this one. Put it on this big one.
The big
Sorry,
one?
last
Okay.
one.
Yeah. Do we need to spray it or no?
Nope.
All right.
Because that oil should be,
Yeah, it should coat it. Yeah.
enough to, because we do want it to get really crispy.
Yeah.
So less oil, the better.
True. That'll take longer.
Look at those.
Oh,
Yum.
yeah. Ange, will you flip us real quick so they
Yeah.
can see? And I'll tilt it and tell me where. Yeah, so you can see what these look like before these
Perfect.
puppies go in.
Yep.
Cool.
Looking
Okay.
good. All right.
So how long am I putting them in now?
Yep. So those should go in there for about a half an hour. So while those are cooking, ours hopefully won't be that long. We'll start with 20 minutes.
Okay.
But you want them to cook long enough so that, again, all that moisture is gone and it's going to be like a crunchy nut.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And remember, 425. Okay. So meanwhile, while those are cooking, we're going to add our buttermilk, mayonnaise, and our fresh herbs, which is dill. You can choose chives if you want to.
That's your fave.
Again, I chose my favorite. Smoked paprika and dill. All right, so it says to puree the buttermilk, the mayonnaise, the fresh herbs, pepper and garlic powder in the blender till smooth. So you're making a cream-based sauce. If you have a food processor, utilize that. If you have a hand mixer, utilize that. You could probably use a whisk.
Okay.
I would say if
not?
you were really, struggling. Do you mind cutting some dill for me? We need a quarter cup, which is this.
Okay. Do I need to cut it or is this okay to do that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna get
I love
another.
dill. You love dill.
I love dill.
I think you got me started on the smell, how fresh it is. It's so good.
So you like it too, you're saying?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, the smell of it, nothing compares.
I know.
And I'm always very prone to get dill cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Just smells
dill pickle chips,
Yes.
dill. No, just
Well,
dill
pickles,
everything.
I do not like bread and butter pickles.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't
who
like.
eats those?
First off, bread and butter pickles, period, are the worst things to exist. All right, so
They will not be tuning in today.
I mean, I think just because I love pickles so much that I can't
Oh,
do
pickles
any
are
sort
the
of other
best.
flavor. All right. So we have our buttermilk, which is 1/3 cup. We need 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. I have 2 here because I think we're running pretty low.
So, Ange, walk us through this a little bit. Like that's some big fat, but not a lot of it.
No.
So
And it's an aioli. So
yeah,
mayo
okay.
is the base, you
Yeah.
know, of any aioli. However, if you are looking to lower that fat content, this is a 1% low-fat buttermilk.
Okay.
And you can use a light mayonnaise to cut out those
Oh, I
calories
didn't
and
know
fat.
buttermilk came in like lower
Yeah.
percentages. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, and you can actually tell from the
What is
consistency,
buttermilk?
it's not as creamy. It says no significant difference has been shown between milk. So it's just cultured milk.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
And this is also Ange's favorite condiment, mayonnaise.
Yes.
This recipe is all for you. Paprika, dill, mayonnaise.
I mean, I did choose it because I wanted to eat it, so. All right.
And wait till you guys see the salmon we got for you today. We went a little bouge.
We
We don't
did.
really go bouge too much around
No.
here. And we will talk you ways not to go so bouge.
You
don't
know,
worry.
to be honest, the amount of salmon we got for that price is,
Actually not that bad,
No.
right? Yeah.
which again, we'll talk about.
Yeah.
All right, so, whoa, way more than 1/4 cup.
Does this
We're really on it today.
I know. Lots of like measuring. So this is definitely one of those recipes that's it's gonna take a little bit. But you know, sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes my husband and I will sometimes just be like, I don't feel like I've had a good meal like in a week. Like
Yeah.
let's do a good meal, you know?
And again, if cooking for you is like fun and a stress reliever, or you just look forward to doing it and messing up the kitchen, then, you know, I'm all about that. Okay. So our herbs, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and how much garlic powder? 1/4 teaspoon.
I'm like really surprised. Like that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That took a lot.
Why can't I? This is the wrong lid.
She's here all day.
Guys, I really need to get it together. All right.
Okay, cool. Here we
Where's
go.
those teaspoons at?
I
Here.
threw them in there.
Okay, we need garlic powder, which I have somewhere over
Okay,
here.
I'm ready to help
Throw
you.
them in.
Okay, throwing this in there?
Yep.
Okay, so this is your dill. All right.
I'm hoping that this blender, see,
It's the
you know what I'm
Vitamix.
talking about. And because it doesn't have much liquid.
Why didn't you use the
Food processor?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it said blender, and you know, I
You're
just can't
thinking
think
one
straight.
way. It's all right.
All right.
We'll work through it.
Okay, let's see how I do.
Wait. Let me get a camera on there.
Do you really want to?
Yeah, because we got to show them what not to do. Always. All right. Wait, hold on, Angela Marie.
Okay.
Is your name Angela Marie?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go.
All right.
You're on.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
looks pretty dang good.
I mean, she did it.
All right.
You're a keeper. Let me smell. That's money.
Okay. And to be honest, it's a lot thinner than I had
Yes.
anticipated.
I thought it was going to be pretty thick.
Okay, wait, there's some,
There's some chunky.
yeah, mayo on the side, which
Okay. You know she's getting all that mayo.
I don't think really it needs to be blended as,
Why she's just mixed in.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so that's done. You're just gonna want to set that aside, clean up, because whatever is going on
Norma's
around
like,
here.
this is why.
Yeah, this
You
is
know.
obnoxious.
Are you done with this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put all this stuff back.
Okay.
That'll help.
All right.
Clear the way.
So this is when your stove top comes into play. You're going to want to heat a tablespoon of olive oil into a big pot. Now we have fresh kale here, which Danielle already shucked and chopped up with her hands. So to shuck kale, she's going to show you.
Yeah, so you're just going to take it right off the stem. Super easy. Because that stem is kind of why people, I feel like, hate kale.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that stem in there. So you're just kind of pulling this off. And that's about it. It's not super hard. Also, like, I'm not a chef, so I'm sure if a chef is watching this, you're like, well, that's not exactly how you do it. And I'm sure they could do like, oh, yeah, you can almost do it like this. Actually, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so same thing. Whoop. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Chef John at McGee, shout out to you.
That's right, I remember that.
Yeah, he's the one that taught us how to shuck kale.
Okay. We got a lot of kale. And so this can look like a lot, but when you cook this down, I mean, it's not going to be like a ton. Do you need salt and pepper in there?
Heat the kale, cook. Not yet.
Not yet?
Nope.
All right.
All right, so we're going to heat that up. Okay. And then we're going to add it straight to this big pot here and stir and cook for about 2 minutes or so. And then we're going to add some water so that it steams down.
That olive oil smells good.
You sure it's not the deal? The deal?
The deal.
The dill.
The dillio.
All right.
Okay.
How we looking?
You tell me.
Is this on?
Yeah, it's on 11. Yeah, you got heat.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here. We'll talk about the salmon here in a minute, but yeah, you could start adding that in.
Okay. Just breaking it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
It is. Ooh, it doesn't need to be chopped. You also can find like already
shucked and like chopped.
Yeah. So if you want to make it easier, that's definitely a way you can make this recipe easier. Mm-hmm. You could also use.
Okay, that's bubbling. Yep.
For sizzles. Sizzle. And just in there. I mean, you can already tell we have leftover, but that pot will go down.
You almost need a 10 quart.
What is that? An 8? 5? Sorry.
This has to be an 8, maybe. All right. The water's going to really help it to, again, cook down easier. Almost like our beans and greens recipes.
I know.
You know?
I haven't made beans and greens in a long time.
But that's broth.
Yeah.
I want broth with that.
Oh,
I want broth right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What's up? What's next? Oh, yeah, let's talk about kale and how good it is for you.
Yeah. Kale, dark leafy greens definitely should be a staple in your diet. I mean, so many vitamins and minerals, magnesium, potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C. I mean, it's one of those superfoods that you definitely want to incorporate as much as possible.
So what if you don't like kale? What's our substitute? Some spinach?
Spinach, collard greens,
arugula?
Any other, arugula, any other dark leafy green has similar nutrition facts. So kale can be a little bitter. Speaking of Chef John again, didn't he make like a spicy kale?
Oh, it was so good.
Which I think...
And it was pretty sauteed. I mean, honestly, it wasn't that
It's
difficult.
really cooked down, yeah.
It's very cooked down.
Which
we're going to do.
Yeah.
Because, like, kale's a little bit of a crunch, you know?
Yeah.
It's not something that I would just eat a salad from, you know? I need it to be cooked down for the most part.
So literally a quarter cup, which is not a lot of water.
But we need it. Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure you can add more if you need to, you know, depending on how much you're actually using. The recipe calls for 10 cups of chopped kale. That's how much it'll cook down.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how much we had there. Probably 20 cups.
It felt like 18.
Meanwhile, we have like 3 more heads of kale or whatever you call it. Bunches? Bunches?
Bundles?
Bundles?
Bunch?
Bunch?
Bunch.
Okay. I've combined the 2 words.
We'll get that. You said bunch.
Bunchels. Lord. All right.
Oh, boy. Dan, do you think I could add some more? Or do you think I need to cook it separately?
No, I think you can add it in.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to definitely need some water.
Yeah, we'll add another quarter cup.
Oops. No, might as well just go for the gold here, people. All right, so we're all in.
Beauty of cooking.
Yeah.
This is not baking.
No,
That's for sure.
exactly. Oh,
Another quarter cup of any ingredient bacon, you'd have a real problem.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Looks good. Smells
Yeah,
good.
Does smell good.
So it says to just use a pinch of salt, but
I didn't put any. Did I put any in?
no, not yet.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, you can add that in once it's tender.
Okay. Oh,
A pinch to us is
that. Well, there's a lot in here though, so we're
All right.
cooking more.
So while she's cooking that down, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our salmon. So the salmon we got was from Whole Foods, and this was 1.5 pounds of salmon for $23. So if you see this though, like this will feed,
You want me to zoom in?
sure,
Okay.
1.5 pounds, which is exactly what the recipe calls for. That beautiful skin. Okay,
Wow.
look at that. Plus this little half a pounder.
That's a lot of salmon though.
That's a lot of salmon. And think about your servings of protein, 3 ounces.
Right.
So this serves 7 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what's the recipe say? This serves 4. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, 1.5 pounds of salmon at 3 ounce portion. You do the math.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, that's that beautiful
'Cause
color.
I can't.
I'm not going to do the math.
No.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful color of salmon.
It is. And it's wild caught, which
Yeah.
we try to encourage. And when you have salmon, you should not have a fishy smell. You notice there's like very mild
I don't even
smell.
smell anything
And
yet.
even if you like go close to it, a very mild smell. And that's exactly what you want out of salmon. So this has the skin on. Of course, if you're not a fan of the skin, you can get it skinless. But it does give it a nice crispy if you cook it well.
Yeah.
But also when you cook a salmon, roast it, that skin will peel right off. Like if you just kind of cut it like that, it'll be fine. All right, looks great. So benefits of our salmon, very rich in omega-3 fatty acids. So the healthy fats that we need more of in our diet. So similar mackerel, tilapia, those are good alternatives if you're not a big salmon fan. Even tuna has some omega-3s. I recently was asked a question about the quality of seafood.
Okay.
So the FDA does not regulate, I mean, it's very hard to regulate seafood because it's coming from the ocean.
Right.
Like, what do
True.
you,
Right.
how do you know, but there's actually a website, and I forget the name of it now, but it shows the mercury content
Okay.
in seafood from lowest to highest. So salmon is one low in mercury, tilapia, mackerel, like swordfish, all of those bottom feeders,
Okay.
lobster, they're higher in mercury.
Okay. So tell me, like, what's bad about mercury?
So mercury is a toxin, I
Okay.
guess, that like a lot of pregnant women should avoid. So you just want to be mindful. And we say wild caught because it's higher quality. Some people prefer farm raised because there's some regulation around it, but not
Okay.
really.
Okay. Wow, Ange.
So I know it was actually a very
That's great.
good question.
Yeah, that's
because
great.
I was like, I really don't look into this as much as you would meat.
Right.
I don't know. It's just
Right.
not. And because we don't live near an ocean, I feel like it's less of a staple or less common or just not,
What about shrimp?
shrimp. I'm trying to think where it fell in
Sorry.
that.
I'm like
No, I
asking
don't
you to
know.
Put you on the spot.
I don't know. I forget.
Okay.
I don't think it was high in
I
mercury.
was like, I mean, I know it's high in cholesterol.
It's definitely high in cholesterol, but I don't think it was high in mercury. But I'll have to share that. When I share this recipe via email, I'll share I'll try to remember to share that website with you all because I thought it was a great resource.
Yeah, you can put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Okay. Let's see. How we looking? Oh, yeah. We're good. There's still 5 minutes left.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Oh, cool. Wow, those look great, Ange. Did you turn up the heat on that?
No. 425. Yeah. All right. So, they look good. They look
Can I
crispy.
just do a quick, just about salmon?
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, we always want to make these recipes like as convenient as possible. Today we're doing a bit more, but we want to show you a bit more.
Yep.
A little bit more cost effective, a couple things. So Whole Foods also sells a nice frozen package of salmon. It's about $20 and you get about 8 fillets, 6 to 8 fillets out of it. So think, you know, and probably a little bit more on the thicker side than that. So just keep that in mind. Also, like Aldi has our Aldi, Target, Shop and Save, they all have salmon. It does not need to be from Whole Foods. And listen to that sizzle.
I know.
So just want to keep that in mind. That I mean, we realize that first of all, not everybody has a Whole Foods around them, and second of all, the price is high.
Yeah,
you know, you're paying
definitely.
for $23. You are going to get a lot out of this. This isn't just for one person, so keep that in mind. But just putting that pitch out there, look for ways to find salmon. There's also frozen salmon that is just, you know, I know it doesn't have everything, but you're still getting great omega-3s.
Oh,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Okay. And our greens are definitely cooked down, too.
Okay, cool. So you can kind of just move those on over, let them sit. All I'm doing is seasoning this with salt and pepper.
Can I shut this off?
Sure.
Okay.
I did spray the pan with some olive oil spray. I may spray the salmon, but keep in mind you're going to be using that dressing we made to top it.
I do love that this is kind of like a one-pan thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Except for
besides
the kale,
right.
Yeah.
Which you can even roast kale if you wanted. It's going to be crispy, or if you're into that,
It's
almost like a
little,
kale
like
chip.
a chip. Yeah.
You could certainly do that. Or if you wanted to, pick a different vegetable.
Right.
Do asparagus or Brussels, and then it is a one-pan meal, you know?
Right, yeah.
So, like I said, I am going to spray just a little bit of olive oil on this.
Yeah. I love that olive oil spray.
I mean-
it's just so even.
Yeah.
Which is really nice because, like, I feel like sometimes, like, when you put olive oil in a pan, like, you definitely have to, like, get the paper towel and spread it out, or the spoon. That spray, money.
All right. So it says to cook this down for about 5 to 8 minutes, which
Okay.
is not long at all.
Yeah, because, I mean,
I'm going to put this on the top rack, actually. I don't even think it matters in this oven.
yeah, I don't feel like it does either.
So typically when I make my salmon at home, I cook it at like 375, 400 for about 12 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
So lower temp, longer time.
Gotcha.
Either way, salmon doesn't really need to be cooked too much because just like any other fish, it can get chewy.
Okay.
You know, it gets like rubbery,
Gotcha.
I guess. So I like it really flaky and cooked obviously to the correct temperature. But yeah, it doesn't take long. So benefits to this recipe, I mean,
There's so
tenfold.
many,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's talk about the nutrition facts. So it actually, this is from Eating Well. This is why I really like Eating Well's website, their recipes. They always have the nutrition facts with the serving size. So like 4 ounces of salmon, which we said 3 ounces is a serving, so
Even better,
an
you're getting
extra
more,
ounce.
yeah.
3/4 cup of greens, 1/4 cup of chickpeas, and then 2.5 tablespoons of the dressing. So if you're really being mindful of your portions and your calorie content, you can actually
Yeah, you
measure it
measure it
out.
out, yeah.
So 447 calories,
That is so good.
37 grams of protein. I mean, that's a high protein meal. 23 grams of carbs.
Okay.
So low.
So low.
6 grams of fiber. I mean, packed with vitamin A, vitamin C, folate, calcium, magnesium. I mean,
It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
a
great,
really great recipe.
it's a great meal. And think about that. How long did that take?
Not long. I mean, we also have 2 of us doing this.
That's true.
so-
And the chickpeas in your oven will take about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So You may want to just do that ahead of time, do something else, and come back to the kitchen and finish your meal.
I mean, we got to show these type of meals, right? Because it all can't be like super quick in one pan and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes your kitchen gets a little bit messy.
Yeah.
Make sure it's just on a day you got some patience.
And then the majority of you are feeding a family.
Right.
You know, so it's like these small, very intense meals sometimes aren't the best. So these balanced, and that's what it is. It's a balanced meal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Very balanced.
You're getting a vegetable, you're getting a protein, you're getting healthy fats, you're getting carbs.
Yeah.
So a great balance of macronutrients, which you want in a meal, and it tastes good.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, people think, oh, if I have to eat healthy, it's not going to taste good or it's going to be bland, and that is not the case.
Sauce to put on top of it is going to make you very happy.
And the smoked paprika.
Yes.
Which is a spice.
Right.
You know, you're not adding a ton of sodium or sauces or, you know, hot sauce that could be higher in sodium. Like, this is a great option. So, when your salmon is done, it is going to look lighter pink, like an opaque type of color. You want to be careful, though. You don't want it to be raw, especially if you are watching or your white blood cells are low, you're neutropenic, at risk for higher infection. So you want to make sure everything is cooked to the correct temperature, which I believe seafood is 145. Oh my gosh, I need to retake my Surf Safe.
Oh, I mean, do you have to re-up on that every year?
Yeah, every 5 years.
Oh, every 5 years. I thought you were like every year.
Every 5.
Yeah, Ange took that and it was a whole different ball game.
Yeah, I mean, I had to take it in college, and then I haven't taken it again since. So
did you have to take it for here?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, college was my first time taking it, and then I had to take it to start doing these cooking classes, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I know, right? Everything you don't know or do know.
When it's funny, because I grew up in a family who kind of likes everything room temperature, or like lets it sit out.
Okay.
And it's like, foodborne, like that's like highest risk for foodborne illness.
Really?
Yeah, like you should only leave your food out for 4 hours.
Okay.
Maybe even less if it's a certain type.
Yeah.
But like when you have a cookout or something and you leave food out, it should not exceed 4 hours.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, we'd like leave our stuff overnight. I'd eat it in the morning, like on the stove.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. You guys do leave your food out.
Yeah.
We're
good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
Everybody lived to tell the story, you know. I really like salmon though.
I love salmon.
I feel bad. You know who doesn't like salmon is Kayla.
I know.
Kayla is our nurse practitioner.
I'm shocked by that, to be honest.
No, because Kayla has the best lunches. Like, let me just tell you, we all come in here like animals, ready to eat. Because, I mean, you know, while this is happening here, there's a lot of clinic happening out there.
Yeah.
So it's like lunchtime, everybody rolls in.
Yep.
She, like, it's pretty, it's colorful. It's not necessarily like difficult what she has, but it just
is
looks
relatively
so
healthy
pretty,
all
and
the
it's
time.
very healthy.
Yeah.
She like lays it out. She makes sure like it's all cut.
Shout out Kayla.
Shout out to Kayla. With
Just
the pretty
calling her
girls.
out. Yeah.
But she does not like salmon.
No.
And she's not like, you know, a person that doesn't like eat healthy, obviously. She eats very healthy, an array of things, and you know, she's not very like picky, but does not like salmon. So.
Well, and I guess to be fair, not a lot of people don't like salmon, but there's a fair share amount of people that don't prefer it.
Yeah.
You know, or just seafood in general.
See, I mean, it's probably one of my go-to
proteins.
Seafood.
Oh, just seafood in general.
I just feel like it tastes like something. Like sometimes if you get like a halibut or tilapia, like my husband will be like, "You're like a 90-year-old ordering halibut." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, but I don't sometimes like. I mean, like I like an ahi tuna, but I don't know. It just sometimes doesn't feel very satisfying. That smells really good.
It smells really good. I'm gonna just leave it in there for a couple more minutes.
But you know,
not
like
5.
so, and then. Well, shrimp, that ruined my life when you told me that it was high in cholesterol.
Yeah.
Ruined my life.
Yeah, and it's one of the highest in cholesterol. I also do encourage fatty fish at least twice a week. Okay. That's the recommendation, I guess, according to...
So, Ange, I'm Kayla. I don't like salmon, but I like all of this. I like that. What am I substituting?
Tilapia, mackerel, any of those, tuna, chicken, turkey, beans, lentils, like doing plant-based proteins. But healthy fats, you're going to get those omega-3s from walnuts, avocado, flax seeds. So there's other options, olive oils. So try to get, you know, those food sources into your diet as much as possible. Now, a lot of people who don't like any of that end up taking like an omega-3 fatty acid supplement or a fish oil pill so
Okay.
that they're getting those benefits. Now, in the westernized culture here in the United States, we have a ton of omega-6 fatty acids in our diet,
What's that?
which come from a lot of our safflower oils,
Ah.
canola oils, which is in a lot of our processed foods, baked goods, things that are staples in our culture.
So, Ange, I'm actually bringing over some new measuring cups. We're
gonna measure it
this
out?
Yeah. Let's
Do
see
you have
what it looks
the
like.
tablespoons too?
No.
Where'd they go? We might have
We
to
have
wash
it.
them,
Yeah.
or just one.
And this was clean, I think.
What do you think of this?
Let me see. I mean, I would eat that.
Okay.
I don't like super
So-
well done salmon.
You could tell it's getting crispy on the edge too.
Yeah, let me switch over to that real quick. Can you just show? Yeah, you can leave it right there, Ange.
Is that good?
Yeah, so you can see it got cooked like that real pink, almost like a hint of red
Yep.
color went away. Definitely cooked. And we got some more time with our chickpeas, so those are going to taste very crunchy.
You know
we're going
what?
to measure this out for you guys so you can kind of see. I'm sorry, Andrew, I didn't grab that. What's, I think our greens, I feel like it was like a quarter of a cup.
Whoa. I don't know if we can do this, but
What's that? Oh,
a scale.
She's getting fancy, everybody.
Well, to be
Bam.
fair, when people are like following a certain diet or perhaps, have to follow a certain measurement of certain macronutrients, they do have to weigh their foods. It's the most accurate way.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is a quarter cup, or 3/4 of a cup. I will say that doesn't feel like a lot of greens, but I have portion control issues. So
All right, so that's
then
good.
1/4 of a cup of chickpeas. I'm just going to do a half of a half.
Okay.
I think that's right? Yeah, my brain. Okay. We'll kind of scoot that over, and Andrew's going to weigh it out for us.
I'm gonna see.
Sorry,
Sorry.
me too.
Don't need those chickpeas.
No.
This is a little. I would
think
need
a little
it
bit
more
yeah.
cooked. Yeah.
That's not bad. Ooh, you're so close.
3.5.
Cut like a little sliver. See what we get.
Oh, now we're getting crazy.
Yeah, I know. But like,
Yeah, just to.
there you at.
Okay.
Take that bottom off.
Yep.
Yep. Money. Right there.
Okay.
Okay, and then it's, what is it? I gotta weigh them.
So that was 4 ounces.
Hey, where'd they go?
2.5 tablespoons of dry.
Oh, they're right there. Cool.
Whoa.
Okay, get your dill.
2.5. Grab me a paper plate.
Yeah. A paper towel?
Yes.
I was like, I don't think we have paper plates over here. Making me nervous. Okay, let's see.
Okay. What is it? 2.5? Sorry.
Yeah, 2.5
You told me, like,
tablespoons.
4 times.
That's all right. That's a lot of
Okay.
measuring.
So I guess if you wanted to too, you could put this just on the salmon. You could put it on the kale.
Yeah.
So we'll just put it on the side to show you. Sorry.
I almost like moved it with my finger. Speaking of safe serve.
As I put it on a scale with no covering. It's fine.
It's brand freaking new.
Yeah, it's true. I got it out of the box. Okay, 1,
It's a lot.
2.
And a half of that. There you go. Wow. Okay, team, I'm gonna just quickly switch some things around so you can see what this looks like. This is a beautiful meal.
I would drizzle that all over the
over.
plate. Yep.
I mean, so let's also talk about something really
Just
quick.
so colorful and beautiful.
You can, this meal right here with these portions, 447 calories, you can certainly do more greens. You can certainly do more chickpeas if
Absolutely.
you want. You know, those are things that you want to. I would, this is enough. I mean, that's plenty. We just put
Yeah.
it on the side so you could see it. I would have put it all over everything probably.
Yeah.
But very.
I'm trying one of these chickpeas.
Yeah, well, wait, we got to try it all for everybody. What do you think?
I don't want to eat that salmon yet.
Okay,
I personally can't.
she's a wuss.
I am.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna try.
Oh,
That's
that
cooked,
piece was
yeah.
pretty cooked. Chickpeas are great.
Amazing.
Yeah?
That sauce is, and I'm actually not a huge like mayonnaise cream. That doesn't taste like mayonnaise-y, or that might be not good for you, or like heavy cream stuff that actually irritates my stomach. So that was good. And then
I'm
chickpeas,
gonna
amazing.
guess we need more salt
Yeah,
for that. You know.
always. But I'm gonna dip it in that. We need more salt, but it's really nicely cooked down.
Yeah. So good.
I would
good
actually put hot
texture.
pepper flakes up.
Well, that's what I think he did in
think he
that
did
spicy kale. But not too many
God.
people can tolerate spicy, or mouth sores, GI issues, GERD, reflux. There's many reasons why. You do not have to make your chickpeas spicy either. You can do garlic powder, garlic salt,
great point.
pepper, and eliminate. You can add paprika without the smoke.
Yeah. So I threw up Angie's email address at the bottom of our screen. She got a long Italian last name. Write this down. Shoot her an email saying that you want to be a part of our email list. We send a weekly email, short, sweet, to the point. It's just the link to our YouTube page. So please make sure you subscribe and like it. A link to the recipe and a link to our survey. We would love to hear from you, some feedback. Please let us know what else you'd like to learn from us. We're happy to do that.
Sorry.
Otherwise, all good?
Yep, I'm
We're going to
adding
throw
this
this
back
back in the oven, cook it a little bit longer. Have a great, wonderful day. Have a better weekend. We hope you stay well. Take care.